Hi, and welcome to my latest video. After weeks of wind and rain, I decided to make the most of a rare sunny day and visit Titchwell Marsh RSPB Reserve up on the Norfolk coast. Titchwell is one of the busiest RSPB reserves in the country, so I decided to arrive early and start filming before the hides become full and noisy. It was worth an early visit, as there is mountains that just isn't there during the day, and I managed to get some great shots as winter slowly gives way to spring. A flock of other sets were feeding and preening out on the freshwater scrape. It won't be long before they start pairing off for the breeding season, when they will become territorial and will not tolerate each other, or even anything else for that matter, and will aggressively chase off any trespassers to their territory. A pair of gulls in the centre are Mediterranean gulls and were once considered a rarity just a few years ago, but are now regularly seen throughout the year. You can clearly see that one of the gulls' hoods is fully formed and is much darker and fuller than the surrounding black-headed gulls. You can see the larger bill and the distinctive white eye-ring as this pair start displaying to each other. A number of dark-bellied Brent geese swam around the islands and coming a bit closer. This small goose is a winter visitor to our shores, but it won't be long before they head off to their breeding grounds along the Arctic coast of Russia. A pair of Canada geese came in for a feed and a closer look to see what was happening. Moving away from the freshwater scrape, I found this splendid male shoveler feeding on the saline lagoon down near the beach. Just behind the shoveler, a little egret was busy dashing about chasing its prey, and this one was already in its breeding plumage with its crest plumes clearly showing well as it moves its head around. After stopping off at the cafe back at the visitor centre for a delicious lunch, I moved on to Patsy's Pool and enjoyed a great afternoon's filming. There was a good mix using the pool, including these more distant tufted ducks, coot, shelduck and grey-lag geese. With its colours much more subdued than the bold black and white plumage of the male tufted duck, this female was having a good wash and preen just in front of the hide screen. A pair of gadwall were also having a wash a little further out. This is one of my favourite ducks and have a soft spot for what I think is a very much underrated species. It has wonderfully finely detailed plumage if you're lucky enough to see them up close. I don't know what had upset this grey-lag goose, but whatever it was chased off quite aggressively before things returned to normal. Little grebe came close to the shore and started feeding. Some call these birds dab chicks, but I don't think this is a suitable name for such a beautiful bird. It almost sounds like drab chick, and that's one thing this bird certainly isn't. Whilst this one wasn't in full breeding plumage, the yellow markings on the bill show that it is well on its way. I didn't notice it straight away, but a Chinese water deer had quietly emerged from the reeds. An extremely shy creature, Chinese water deer are very wary and rarely come out into the open. This one seemed like it wanted to go over to the water, but even though it was quite some distance away from the high spring, it was acutely aware that I was there and hesitated at the reed edge for quite some time. Unsure what to do out in the open, it eventually started to back away, only to be startled by some noisy greylags, which was enough to scare it back into the dense cover of the reed bed. The absolute highlight of the day, this woodcock was feeding in the edge of the dense willow scrub close to the boardwalk. It wasn't bothered by the crowd that were watching, and it stayed in the area for quite some time. It's not often that you get such awesome views of woodcock, and it was a great way to round off the day at Titchwell Marsh RSPB Reserve.